The business for part 1 of the Council. My Lords, it is my sad duty to inform you that Her Most Gracious Majesty, Queen Elizabeth II, has passed away on Thursday, the 8th of September, 2022, at Balmoral Castle. I propose that, when certain necessary business has been transacted, a deputation consisting of Her Majesty, His Royal Highness, the Archbishop of Canterbury, the Lord Chancellor, the Archbishop of York, the Prime Minister, the Clerk of the Council, and myself, shall wait on the King and inform him the Council is assembled. I now call on the Clerk of the Council to read aloud the text of the proclamation.
Whereas it has pleased Almighty God to call to His mercy our late Sovereign Lady, Queen Elizabeth II, of blessed and glorious memory, by whose decease the crown of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland is solely and rightfully come to the Prince Charles Philip Arthur George. We, therefore, the Lords spiritual and temporal of this realm, and members of the House of Commons, together with other members of Her late Majesty's Privy Council, and representatives of the realms and territories, aldermen and citizens of London and others, do now hereby, with one voice and consent of tongue and heart, publish and proclaim that the Prince Charles Philip Arthur George is now, by the death of our late sovereign of happy memory, become our only lawful and rightful liege lord, Charles III, by the grace of God of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and of his other realms and territories, King, Head of the Commonwealth, Defender of the Faith, to whom we do acknowledge all faith and obedience with humble affection, beseeching God, by whom kings and queens do reign, to bless His Majesty with long and happy years to reign over us. God save the King!
God save the King!
I now invite those on the platform to sign the proclamation.
Do you know of an animal that loves to swing from trees? Yeah! Monkeys love to swing on trees. Let's act like monkeys. Okay, alright, let's hop in. Okay, here we go. Yeah, let's take a seat. Are you hungry? Let's go! Let's get some snacks. Come on. Ooh, can I please have some animal crackers? Ooh, animal crackers. Ooh. Yum, thank you. Okay, let's find a place to sit. Well, right here. Open them up. Ooh, so many animals. Let's set this right over here. Wait a second. What's this? It's a dog. Hey, I have an idea. Why don't we get our snacks like how a dog eats? You know how a dog eats? Yep. With no hands. That's silly. Okay, let's see what else they have around here. Whoa, this place is so cool. And colorful. Whoa. Miniature. Two size gloves. You want this one or this one? Let's do this one. Just right on my side. So we have the blue one and orange. My two favorite colors.
Drafts of 8 orders of council. 1. Ordering the proclamation to be printed and published in specialist supplements in the London, Edinburgh and Belfast Gazettes. 2. Directing the Lord Chancellor to affix the Great Seal to the proclamation proclaiming His Majesty King Charles III. 3. Directing the kings, heralds and pursuivants of arms to attend at the Court of St. James to proclaim His Majesty King Charles III. 4. Directing the Lord Mayor, the Court of Aldermen and Commons of London to attend at the Royal Exchange to proclaim His Majesty King Charles III. 5. Directing His Majesty's Secretary of State for Defence to give directions for the firing of guns at Hyde Park as soon as His Majesty is proclaimed. 6. Directing the Constable of His Majesty's Tower of London to give directions for the firing of guns at the Tower of London as soon as His Majesty is proclaimed. 7. Directing His Majesty's Secretary of State for Scotland to cause the proclamation for proclaiming His Majesty King Charles III to be published in Scotland. 8. Directing the Clerk of the Council to issue circular letters for causing His Majesty King Charles III to be proclaimed are hereby approved. And that concludes the business for this part of the council. I now invite the deputation party to accompany me to wait on the King in the council chamber. Ladies and gentlemen, I now invite the High Commissioners and Acting High Commissioners for the realms to depart, and please do sign the proclamation which is laid out in the lower corridor as you depart. Come by this way. Thank you. The City Civic Party, I know, also have other business, so we'll want to depart at this point. I also invite any non-privy councillors to depart.